Hey everybody, Roxabox9 here with day 3 of official Fate Reforged spoilers. We got tons of cards, new abilities. Let's jump right in. I don't want this video to be crazy long. Starting off with Shamanic Revelation from the Magic Show. Yes, this card actually was technically spoiled before. We had it from a promo. I think this is supposed to be the Buy a Box promo, so we can see here an alternate art for it, which looks pretty cool, maybe a little washed out, but the card that he spoiled, the set art, it's Shamanic Revelation, 3 and 2 green for a sorcery, draw a card for each creature you control, and then Ferocious, you gain 4 life for each creature you control, power 4 or greater. You guys can watch his show about it because there's not much else to say that he doesn't say, but pretty much what I want to point out was something he himself pointed out as well. And it's going to appear here. Collective Unconsciousness was reprinted in Commander 2014. This card is strictly better because it does the same thing for 1 mana less. Boom. Better card. Commander players, there you go. You got a redundancy or just switch it out because it's better. Like he says, pretty strong and limited, especially if limited tends to be mid-range, which it seems from Construct here at least it probably will be. The Ferocious is a nice add-on staple. I think it'll be strong, not for Constructed though, for the same reasons that he talks about. I'll link it down below because it's Evan Irwin, guys. You can check him out. Sage Eye Avenger is 4 and 2 blue for a 4/5 Jin Monk. That's just sweet in and of itself. Prowess, whenever it attacks, you may return target creature to its owner's hand if its power is less than Sage Eye Avenger's power. Now this is super sweet because you can use the Prowess to make your creature stronger, which means when it finally swings, you can end up bouncing a larger creature your opponent doesn't expect. This card is a huge swinger and limited, really, really powerful. You pretty much win against any other beater, unless they have hexproof or something, but pretty much you are winning combat with this card. For 6 for a 4/5 with that kind of ability is absolutely bonkers and limited. Great card, will probably end up being one of the pre-release cards, just from the feel of it, but super sweet, going to be a limited bomb, not so much for Constructed. Then we had this Shamanic Revelation, and then as well we have this other card, it's hard to read, Flame Rush Rider. It's 4 and a red for a 3/3, and it says whenever it attacks, you put a token into the battlefield, tapped and attacking, that's a copy of another target attacking creature, exile the token end of turn. It has dash. This is a new mechanic. It is 2 and 2 red. Basically, you can, instead of paying the casting cost here, you can pay this as the casting cost, hits play with haste, but it comes back to your hand at end of turn. Really, really good for aggressive decks. It's basically a Mardu mechanic. And here, it's super awesome because you get 4 for a 3/3 that attacks, makes a clone of another attacker, and you get all the value. Super, super powerful. Can be very strong for aggressive decks. I think it's a nice topper for a mono-red aggro curve or even a Mardu curve potentially. So there you go. That's going to be, seems from one of the intro decks. Like it very much. Then getting to the Mothership spoilers themselves, Kaloghan the Storm's Fury. This guy is huge. He's so cool. 3 a black and a red for a 4/5 flyer. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, including him, then creatures you control get 1/0 until end of turn. This is important because he also has dash. Dash is the same cost. This is probably why he's rare, besides the fact he's a huge flying dragon, which is sweet. So you can get a 4/5 flyer with haste for 5 that has this ridiculous ability. So by himself, he's able to make your dudes all stronger. If you have a deck that has dragon, more than 1 dragon, holy cow, this can get out of hand. I like him a lot. I think he's very, very aggressive. Fits Mardu theme fantastically. It also is awesome because he's a dragon, people. That means Fate Reforged could have more than 1 dragon, which means we could have awesome sauce. I really hope they expand what dragons can do. I think this one looks super, super sweet. Is it constructed playable? Maybe. I think we need to have more dragons around, but I think it could work very well in a Mardu aggro deck, especially as a mid-range drop because you can do it with the speed attack or even just playing it in of itself. It seems like a pretty strong body. I like it. I think it'll be fantastic, crazy powerful, unlimited. Obviously. Outpost Siege is 3 and a red. When it comes to the battlefield, you choose cons or dragons. Cons, beginning of your upkeep, exile top card. Until end of turn, you can play the card. Basically, Chandra Pyremaster's second ability. Dragons, whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to our creature or player. I like how flexible it is. The fact that it's 4 mana makes it a maybe. I mean, it seems to be what red wants, that gives you a consistent card draw if you choose cons, or lets you, if you're concerned about a mid-range Wrath coming in turn 5 from a control deck, very likely with endless hostilities and such, this card could work very well one or the other. I think it's very flexible, very strong. Commander, it's going to be really powerful for mono red decks. I love it there. I'll have to see if it's good enough for Constructed. Whisperwood Elemental, well, not first mythic, but mythic of the night. Whisperwood Elemental is 5 for a 4/4 elemental. Beginning of your end step, manifest the top card of your library. Manifest is a new mechanic. It puts that card onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2, basically a morph, and then you can flip it up for its converted mana cost as a morph, which is pretty ridiculous in a very creature-heavy deck. Like, we don't have those. And sacrifice at the end of turn, face up non-token creatures you control have, whenever this creature dies, you manifest the top card of your library, which means if you have a Wrath, this pretty much refills your army stock. It's exactly what aggro decks want. It's incredibly powerful. Manifest is a super cool mechanic. I'm sure there's going to be lots of cards that make use of it. This card is crazy good. I like it for Commander. I think it has constructed potential, and limited, it is absolutely bonkers. Soulflayer, 4 and 2 black for a 4/4 demon with Delve. If it's a creature, card with flying was exiled, with its Delve mechanic, it gets that ability. It also gets the ability for just about every other keyword that it pretty much have standard in the game, which is ridiculous because you can turn this guy into a 4/4 flying death touch hexproof and make him super cheap to cast. He's going to be incredibly powerful for limited, even if he just has one other powerhouse your opponent removes. You use him, he's cheaper, and he gets the ability. It can be very, very powerful. I like him a lot. Very cool card. Honor's Reward, this has another mechanic, Bolster 2, which is the creature with the least toughness on your side of the field gets a certain bolstered up. It's pretty much the Abzan upgrade for this set. I think it's pretty cool. Is it as strong as Outlast? Probably not. But here it makes a life gain spell actually decent, if not particularly, still good enough. Jeskai Sage, 2 for 1 with prowess, and whenever it dies you draw a card. It's a little expensive. I mean, 1 for 1 with prowess and ability probably would be, I think, better. It's okay. It's nothing special. Gurmag Angler, 7 for a 5/5 Delve, nothing special, again, okay in limited. Goblin Hellcutter, 4 for a 3/2, whenever it attacks, target creature can't block this turn. The fact that it's dash cost 3 basically means that for 3 mana, you can get a 3/2 haste attacker that can prevent a creature from blocking. If you're on the side of the aggro curve and your opponent doesn't have much blocking, you basically do 3 damage for 3, which is pretty good. And in and of itself, it's a fine card for limited. Frontier Mastodon, it's a 3/2 for 3, which is decent for limited. With Ferocious, that it's a 4/3 for 3, which is okay, still pretty good on the curve for limited. Soul Summons is 2 for a sorcery. You manifest the top card, which basically means 2 for a 2/2 morph that could potentially be flipped up. Seems pretty solid to me for a common. Ethereal Ambush, 5 instant speed to manifest the top 2 cards. I like that it's instant speed, especially if you can somehow figure out top of your deck. I like it a lot. Again, probably decent because it's 5 for 2/2s, which is okay. It's fine for limited. I think this card could be, if they have some way of looking at the top card to your library, which they probably will, this card will be fantastic. Rage Form, 4 for an enchantment that's an aura. When you manifest the top card of your library and it comes into play, and then it's an aura attached to that and giving it double strike. It's a little expensive, but 4 for a 2/2 with double strike, it's not bad. It's not bad in limited, that's for sure. Hooded Assassin is 3 for a 1/2, enters the battlefield, you choose 1, it gets a 1/1 counter, or you destroy a creature dealt damage this turn. I love flexibility in limited, and this card screams it. Fantastic, great card. I think that was pretty much everything. Is that everything for tonight? I think that was everything for tonight. So, of course, I'll keep you guys updated on all the spoilers going on. If you guys want links in the description, you guys can check it out yourselves. If you enjoyed the video, tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. Stay with me for all the exciting Fate Reforged spoilers. I'm super excited. They're going to hopefully be putting them out more regularly. Look forward to walking through with you with all of them. So thanks for watching, everyone. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.